Struggling with procrastination? You're not alone. The truth is, getting started is often the hardest part. That's where the 1-minute rule comes in, a simple, life-changing technique that can break the cycle of delay and help you build momentum instantly. In this quick guide, I'll show you how spending just 1 minute can shift your mindset, overcome resistance, and get you moving towards your goals today. Today we will talk about beat procrastination with this 1-minute rule. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. Understanding the root of procrastination. Procrastination is a complex behavioral issue that plagues almost everyone at some point. It's not simply about laziness or poor time management. Procrastination is deeply rooted in psychological resistance, fear of failure, perfectionism, and lack of self-regulation. Many people procrastinate because tasks feel overwhelming, unpleasant, or seemingly endless. When faced with such tasks, the brain instinctively seeks comfort and pleasure, diverting attention toward more enjoyable distractions like social media, chatting, or mindless scrolling. This avoidance pattern creates a vicious cycle where guilt and stress accumulate, further feeding procrastination. Understanding this cycle is crucial because the solution to procrastination isn't always about increasing discipline or motivation. It's about breaking the initial resistance to starting. 2. What is the 1-minute rule? The 1-minute rule is a simple yet powerful technique that focuses on immediate action. The principle is this: if a task can be completed in 1 minute or less, do it immediately. It can be as simple as replying to a text, putting away your shoes, deleting an email, or writing down a quick note. The beauty of this rule is its focus on speed and simplicity. It bypasses the psychological defenses that make tasks feel large and intimidating. By tackling these small tasks instantly, you avoid the common mental trap of postponement. The brain often overestimates the difficulty and time commitment required to complete tasks. But when you categorize something as less than a minute, your mental resistance drops dramatically. This rule essentially helps you build momentum and gradually rewires your thinking patterns to favor immediate action instead of habitual delay. 3. Why it works. The psychology behind the 1-minute rule. The success of the 1-minute rule lies in its ability to lower the activation energy required to start a task. Activation energy is a psychological threshold you must cross to begin working on something. The higher this barrier, the more likely you are to procrastinate. Tasks that seem long, boring, or complex require more mental energy to initiate. By focusing on 1-minute tasks, you dramatically reduce this activation threshold. Starting becomes so easy that it's almost automatic. Additionally, completing these small tasks quickly releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. Each completed task provides a small but meaningful sense of accomplishment, making it easier to keep moving forward. This neurological response creates a positive feedback loop, where taking action feels rewarding, and you're motivated to continue. 4. The hidden accumulation of microtasks. One of the key reasons the 1-minute rule is so effective is that it addresses the silent buildup of microtasks that clutter your day. Procrastinators often let small jobs pile up, believing they can handle them later. Unfortunately, these microtasks, like unread emails, a messy workspace, unsent replies, or unfinished quick chores, create a mounting mental load that can eventually feel paralyzing. Even though each task is small, their accumulation weighs heavily on your subconscious, creating a persistent sense of being behind. This low-level anxiety saps mental energy, making it harder to focus on larger, meaningful work. By immediately eliminating 1-minute tasks, you prevent these micro-obligations from spiraling into a larger, stress-inducing backlog. 5. Building an identity of action. One of the most profound benefits of the 1-minute rule is the long-term identity shift it promotes. People who struggle with procrastination often label themselves as lazy, undisciplined, or someone who can't finish things. These self-perceptions can be damaging because we tend to act in alignment with our identities. However, when you regularly follow the 1-minute rule, you start proving to yourself repeatedly that you are a person who takes action. Each small, instant decision strengthens this identity. Over time, you develop a habit of movement rather than inaction. This doesn't just stay confined to 1-minute tasks. It can eventually transform your approach to bigger projects and life decisions because you begin seeing yourself as proactive and dependable. In this way, the 1-minute rule becomes more than just a productivity hack. It becomes a catalyst for deep behavioral change. 6. Developing mindful awareness. Applying the 1-minute rule effectively requires developing moment-to-moment awareness. Many people procrastinate simply because they're not fully conscious of their choices throughout the day. Tasks pop up, and the immediate reflex is to say, "I'll do it later," without even assessing the actual effort required. To break this cycle, you need to cultivate mindfulness, a habit of actively noticing opportunities to apply the rule. This can involve regularly asking yourself questions like, "Can I finish this in less than a minute?" Or, "Am I delaying something simple for no good reason?" By practicing this mindful check-in, you begin to catch these small tasks before they slip into the background. Over time, this conscious evaluation becomes automatic, and you start clearing tasks efficiently without hesitation. Developing this awareness is a powerful step towards sustained productivity and significantly reduces the mindless procrastination that often consumes our time. 7. The snowball effect and overcoming larger tasks. A fascinating aspect of the 1-minute rule is how often a 1-minute task can lead to a longer productive session. Many people notice that once they start a small task, they naturally continue working beyond the 1-minute window. For example, you might intend to simply wash a dish but find yourself cleaning the entire kitchen. This is because starting reduces psychological resistance, and once you're engaged, the task often feels less intimidating. This snowball effect can lead to handling medium and large tasks more comfortably. Additionally, the 1-minute rule acts as a gateway to beating larger procrastination habits, because you develop the muscle of taking immediate action without overthinking. It's no longer about tackling a giant project all at once. It's about starting with something you can complete in seconds, allowing momentum to carry you forward into deeper, more meaningful work. 8. Final thoughts and how to implement it daily. To successfully implement the 1-minute rule, consistency is key. Start by making a conscious decision to apply it throughout your day. Look for all the small tasks you normally put off: replying to short emails, picking up clutter, sending brief messages, or jotting down notes. The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes. Combine this rule with other productivity techniques like time blocking, the Pomodoro technique, or task batching to maximize your workflow. It's also important to strike a balance. Don't let 1-minute tasks constantly interrupt focused work sessions. Set aside specific times to clear them quickly, or handle them as they appear when you're not in deep focus mode. Remember, the goal is not to chase business, but to eliminate unnecessary friction that leads to procrastination. The 1-minute rule may seem small, but its impact on your mindset, productivity, and self-confidence can be life-changing when applied consistently. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.